Howdy, this is David Groce, your Texas tax and lawman. Greetings from the alternate reality called the Coronaverse. These last 60 days have definitely been crazy since America went into stay-at-home orders. For small business owners struggling to jump through the hoops of the CARES Act and the Paycheck Protection Program, it feels like we went to bed and woke up in the game Jumanji. You may remember the classic version with Robin Williams, or you may be a fan of the latest reboot with Jack Black and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Either way, I think this Jumanji metaphor is a perfect backdrop for dealing with the PPP.
Play a game like this, there's going to be levels. In order to finish the game, you got to complete all the levels. Levels are going to get harder as we go along. We complete the levels.
Spencer, do you even know where we're going?
Kinda.
Kind of? Oh, that's good then.
Oh my God, that must be what we're looking for, the missing piece of the map.
But the problem is, there's nothing here.
What do you mean there's nothing there? It's a map, just like you said. Oh, so you can't see this, but I can?
I have to admit, I'd probably rather be The Rock than Jack Black in this clip. But the truth is, you are the superhero in your story, and our job as the Texas tax and lawman and the Groce Law Firm is to help you navigate the game before you. To that end, let me summarize the stages of the PPP program and where we are in that process. First, the PPP is made of 3 stages: application, certification, and tax filing. At this point, most of my clients have made it through the application process. We have all prepared and submitted PPP applications through a bank and then to the SBA. This process was horribly convoluted, with each banker reading the requirements differently. The loan amount of 2.5 times monthly payroll was calculated differently depending on the shape of your business. For those with 941 payroll reports and those who filed as sole proprietorships, it was pretty straightforward. However, for partnerships and businesses with subcontractors, the SBA, banks, and lending institutions all disagreed and even battled over what could or could not be submitted in this application. Nonetheless, most of the people who applied finally got something. This brings us to the second phase, certification. The CARES Act provides that the PPP loan is forgivable and converts to a grant from the SBA if the business can certify the expenses were used for the proper purposes. This certification process has several complexities. First, there are 2 time frames contained in the CARES Act and the PPP loan. The Act says that covered expenses include expenses from February 15th to June 30th. However, the PPP loan says that it only covers payroll paid within 8 weeks from the date of disbursement of the PPP loan. Well, let's look at a hypothetical. A business applies for a PPP loan and the funds are dispersed on April 20th. The PPP loan says this loan only covers payroll incurred and paid in the 8 weeks following the dispersal. For a company paying semi-monthly payroll on the 15th and the last day of the month, this PPP loan would only cover payroll from April 20th to April 30th, and then the payroll runs on May 15th and 30th and June 15th. Second, if those 4 payroll runs are equal to or greater than 75% of the loan, then we can have that loan forgiven. Payroll for this definition means the employee's gross pay, which includes salary, benefits, health insurance, all of which are capped at $8,333 per month per employee. This amount does not include the employer's portion of the payroll tax or state unemployment taxes the employer pays. The other 25% of qualified expenses includes monthly rent, if the rent agreement was in place prior to February 15th, interest payment on the mortgage, and utilities, which we assume means electricity, water, gas, and phones. It does not include principal payments on loans and triple net CAM charges if these charges are separately paid under the lease. Third, if your 2 months of payroll does not exceed 75% of the loan amount, That shortage will have to be repaid under the PPP loan program. So what do? Calculate your shortage. Add up your 8 weeks of projected payroll. If you are short of the 75%, then go ahead and pay your bonuses or other covered compensation on the final payroll before the 8 weeks expires. Accelerate expenses. If you have not met your 25% with the other qualified expenses, go ahead and include the rent, mortgage, interest, and utility bills within the qualified period of 2/15 to 6/30. We recommend including the expenses closest to the 8-week period or even prepaying the next set of bills in the 8-week period because the law says qualified expenses are covered from 6/15 to 6/30. They are not limited by the 8-week window that the payroll is. Wait for further clarification. I know this is confusing. Bankers, FAQs, and well-meaning advisors all disagree. That is the problem with trying to write and apply the rules real time without the ability to reflect or calculate. We are certain these provisions will eventually get clarified by congressional action, regulation, or litigation, but that clarity will take some time to unfold. Keep good records. In the meantime, file your 941s, keep copies of your checks, and play the game. Your PPP loan has a loan repayment starting date. Certify your expenses. You will need to certify to your lender the qualified expenses of the PPP funds before that loan repayment date to obtain loan forgiveness. If you can't or don't, that's okay. All the PPP loans have an 18-month or longer repayment window at a 1% rate. None of us could secure that kind of credit line or working capital loan under normal circumstances. And as you work through it, remember you are not alone. This really is a game, and we can and we will win if we help each other and diligently do our part. Just like in the movie Jumanji.
Call Spencer.
Call out its name!
Call out its name, everyone!
Jumanji!
Jumanji!
Hey, if you need help with certification, contact our office and our team of pros will help you work through it. Until next time, adios. Texas Tax and Lawman Legal Disclaimer. Hey, I'm a lawyer. You know I have to have some lawyer mumbo jumbo. This is a general information video, not client attorney privilege information. The content is information only and is not directed to any specific facts or circumstances and cannot be relied upon as a legal opinion, even though that would be nice and save you a trip to the lawyer. If you have a specific legal question, feel free to contact David Groce directly or seek qualified legal or tax counsel in your state of residence, state of mind, or whatever place you call home.